Hello, how are you doing? Can you hear me? Okay guys, let's have a look. Sorry I'm a bit late guys, busy this morning. And then you've got to make a brew, don't you? You have to have a brew. Gotta have a latte in the morning. Okay, welcome guys, welcome. If you just joined the stream, please drop me a like, that'd be much appreciated. What it does when you put a like, it pushes it out to more people. Okay, so it'd be much appreciated if you can drop me a like as soon as you jump on. Right, I want to go straight into a top down. I have done a, I've had a quick look and I didn't like it, I'll be honest with you. It's FOMC today. Okay, we've got FOMC tonight at 7 o'clock. So I do think we're going to do a members only stream tonight for FOMC. Okay, members only. Now we're going to do a members only stream for tonight for when news comes out, because I don't know whether we'll move much today. What normally happens for FOMC, you don't actually move much in London. And then I'm looking at, well, let's do a top down and I'll explain. Okay, let's go straight to a top down guys. Right, so it's the last day of the month, right? Last day of the month. So you've got to be very careful on the last day of the month, because how is this monthly going to end up, especially with FOMC? Is it FOMC going to make this flip to the downside? We don't know. Or is FOMC going to make this close above? Which, if anything can make it happen, it's news. Obviously, if news comes out and numbers are bad for the dollar, that means gold will push up. That could make it close up there. It's something we can't preempt. However, I can't see us closing above there without news. Okay, we do need to come back down to 2231. Okay, now, so we know the score with the monthly. We're expecting this monthly to flip, or if it doesn't, we're expecting this with the next monthly. I'm expecting like one big candle like that. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, so we'll see what we get. Weekly. So the weekly closed bearish. We've had two bearish closes, yet we're still pushing up. Now we've tapped previous support again, and we haven't closed above there. So until we close above there, we're technically still in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we still should be coming down to fill this range. Okay. Now we're getting a top wick. You haven't broke above the previous wick yet on the weekly. If you can see, there's the previous wick. We haven't broke above there. So I wouldn't be taking buys up at all at the moment, because if anything, I'm expecting this weekly to flip. Okay. Now, at any point, this weekly can flip to the downside. So just be very careful taking buys in this position at the moment. Right. Now, the daily. Well, let me mark these weeklies up actually. That would be the zone for the weekly. This is the weekly zone for this one. The daily, now this is what I don't like. The daily is closed bullish, right? However, you've got a bullish close daily, but the weekly can flip at any point. And what we're seeing is new data. So I don't actually know if this daily is going to push up to fill the range. So the daily range is this one. Oh, 2 minutes, guys. I've got to get this. 2 seconds, guys. Everybody wants me. Honestly, I wish I could clone myself. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the daily range is that. However, we're seeing new data, and I don't like new data because you don't know what's going to happen with price. And when we actually thought we were going to drive down, the odds of driving down was really high. We didn't even do that. We've rejected again. So what we're seeing is absolutely new data, which I don't like because you're stepping into no man's land and you don't know what's going to happen. So what is this daily going to do? Don't know. I really don't know. You haven't got much of a top wick on the previous daily. You've got a range here on the daily, so it's whether this daily is going to push and close respecting 2426. However, if you look how high this daily went, it came up to these levels. So could you see us tapping 2460? But then that would be the weekly break in the previous wick to push up, if you're going to push up. So I really don't like the daily, and normally what I would do, I would just wait. I'd wait for the monthly candle to close. I would just wait for more candles on the daily to print. So it's very, very I know that's a bit of a pain in the backside because I was on the chart yesterday. We took a partial loss on Monday, even though that played out in the end. So it's not ideal, really. So if we do take trades this morning, it'll be off a lower time frame. It'll be high risk, which we don't really want to do, because at the minute this daily can do anything. It can flip to the downside. I don't know if it's close respecting or whether you're going to fill this range at 2426. If it is, that means it's going to push up. But looking at the weekly, I don't want to take any buys because the weekly can flip at any point. So you could really get caught out here. And I bet you John is fuming. Now the 4 hour does look decent. So you've closed respecting this 4 hour range here, and I believe to the left you push straight through. There's only this area where you close respecting, right? Now until this 4 hour closes bearish, you've got no top wick on this 4 hour, so you are expecting this 4 hour to close bearish. But I can't take sells down yet. I would need to wait for this 4 hour to close, and then I would take sells down if I'm going to take sells down. But I'd probably need a break of the highs if I'm going to get that. So for example, if we look left, so we had this 4 hour close, doji style. So if this 4 can close like that, as it is, with a bottom wick, then the next one we could get something like maybe a top wick and then a flip to push to the downside. We could look at something like that. But at the moment, guys, very, very tricky. So what we're looking at, the 3. So the 3 again is close respecting. So everything's close respecting. The 2 has broke above. The 1 closed bullish and can flip to the upside at any point. So if we look at that 1, the 2's broke out. The daily can flip back to the upside at any point. I would need a 1 hour close, and then I'd need a top wick breaking the highs if I was going to take sells down. That's probably the only thing I'm looking at. Now, I'm not sure we'll move much this morning. This is the thing. We might do. Normally with FOMC, you normally get a slow morning for London. So what do we want to see? And God, need an hour close. You've had a 30-minute close. But how far down is this hour going to go? Do you need an hour close? Do you need a 4? Or would you even take the 4? Weekly. Could the weekly close respect? Yeah, well that's it, Jordan. The weekly could close respecting. So we could close respecting this level, or it could flip because we're only on Wednesday. So you've still got 3 days to push down. And for this weekly to flip, we would need to see something like, I don't know, let's say this daily closes doji. Let's say that closes doji. And then Thursday, Friday, that would be the weekly flipping to the downside, heading down, and that would hit our area where the weekly hits. So could we get this today? Could we get this? I'm just not sure London's going to initiate that. I think if anything New York might bump in some volume, but I don't know whether New York is going to be pretty slow because FOMC is a very big impact mover. Let's see what this hour does. So if we get an hour close below that, and then I get an hour top wick breaking the previous wick, let me zoom in for you, breaking the previous wick, then I'll get sell stops on to come down. It's the only way I'm looking at a trade today. That's probably the only thing, but that's as long as we don't come and tap 2410. If we tap 2410, let me actually look left. So our close, and then we got the top wick. Nah, that would just be take partially. You can actually come straight through. We haven't got much data to go off. This is another issue we've got. That would be take partial. The target would only be 240. Wasn't that our target the other day? One hour close, yeah. So we've got to rule out this really. So if we get an hour close back in, I'd need a top wick breaking the high, and then I want to rule out the fake out. What would this be? Stops would be big. $51.80. Okay. We could probably do that. That's the only thing I've got. The thing is, I don't actually think this'll. I don't think we'll get the close. Or we'll get the close, but I think we're going to get something like that, where we'll probably come and tap it, something like that. And then when you come back up to break the highs, I think you'll close bullish. I don't actually think you'll flip. I might be wrong, but that's the only way I'll take a trade at the minute. And you've got to be very, very careful today, because the higher time frames is just. You think if that weekly wants to flip, and if it's going to flip aggressively, you're going to get caught out, and you're going to be tucked deep into drawdown fairly quickly. If you're looking at buys, that is. But if you are looking at sells, and the daily decides to create a top wick. So if you look at the daily, where can the daily come? Well, the daily can come all the way to here. That's the next zone. So really, stops would have to be above here, and that's your last line of defence, 2449, because that's where you're coming through. You're going to drive straight through. So if the daily does want to carry on, it's probably going to carry on to tap that. But I'm not willing to take buys because of the weekly. Well, actually, let's have a look. Because if we are going to come up there, what would I need? Where would I take buys? It'd have to be the wick high. Because if the daily is going to create a steeper top wick, you're going to get something like that. You're going to push to that at least. So let's say we broke above this level. What would that look like on the 4? So that would be the 4 flip into the upside, or a new 4 pushing up, breaking the highs. 3 pushing back bullish after a bottom wick maybe. 2 another 1. Did you catch much yesterday? Morning Jack, morning Jordan. Previous wick going down. Another push back up to break the previous bullish wick. Yeah, maybe John, you're in a decision making area. The issue we haven't got much data, and that's probably the biggest issue. So every trade, so there's a lot more risk to it with every trade, because you haven't got much. We've only got this area here, and this area is completely different to these areas. So the probability is a lot less. So for me to take buys up, we could potentially take buys above 2425. You take partial move to break in with 2431, but I need a bottom wick first, because I think the 4 is going to close bearish, because you've got no top wick. So I would expect this 4 to close bearish. That means you're going to have to wait for the 4 to close, and then the new 4 would potentially come down and then flip, and that's what I would need to see. But that's not going to happen for New York to take buys. You broke the lows on the 2. It's whether you're going to move. Guys, if this hour closes respecting, I won't lie, I'm probably going to call it a stream. I just don't think there's any point. You can probably still catch some pips today, but I would then need to see the 4 hour close. And then the 4 hour, you wouldn't be looking for an entry straight away. You'd have to wait another 2 hours at least, because then you would need a bottom wick. 2 hours down, 2 hours up, and that's even for buys up. Or I'd need to break the highs, which you're looking for 2 hours. If anything, I think New York. We'll see how this hour closes, to see what's going on, because there's just no point sitting on the streams. However, tonight, for the guys watching, we are going to do a members only FOMC stream tonight. Okay, and I believe it might be on Zoom or might be just in the Discord. I'll speak to Vic. So FOMC 7 o'clock tonight. That'll be a big mover. So hopefully we can catch some trades. You've got some high impact news at 1:15 as well today. That'll be a big mover as well. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to move much today, guys. So what were you thinking, John? I was thinking a break of the previous wick going down, okay, which we've had. We broke the previous wick. Down, then another push back up to break the previous bullish wick. Yeah, maybe. I know. On the 2 hour. On the 2 hour. Yeah, well, we've brought. Oh, you're on about a flip. Yeah, but it's still risky. What it is, the weekly. If the weekly is going to flip, it's going to flip from here because it's tapped its previous support now. Yeah, and if you look at the weekly, this is what you get with them when price. So have you noticed that? I'm trying to zoom in, but make it look nice for you. So what will tend to happen? Can you see this previous wick? Price will pull back to test the previous wick, and then it'll stop short about here, and then it'll flip. And what you'll be able to get a nice trend line, and you'll find that when candles push down, I'm trying to see if I can find an example. So if we look at, so there's 3 candles there. See how they're going down? They've all tested the previous wick and then flipped. So you can get a nice trend line on that. And that's what happens. Price can come and test the previous wick and then flip. So it's in an area now where it's tested the previous wick. We're just working out if it's going to flip for me or not. But this is a weekly time frame. So if it is going to flip, then it's going to start flipping today. But the issue we've got today is we've got high impact news at 1:15 and we've got FOMC tonight. So are we going to consolidate London session for New York, put the trap out, and then all the news and that comes? So I don't know. It's very risky at the minute though, guys. Very risky. But this is the thing with trading. Like, I know it's frustrating for you because we haven't caught many trades. I mean, this month we've had a fantastic month. Let's have a look at the stream. We've had a fantastic month. And we've actually took quite a few trades this month, to be fair. But when you didn't take a trade yesterday and we took a partial loss on Monday, we get on the charts like it's fresh. We forget them and we go on. Is the trade available? If it's not a problem. We'll wait. And that's what you've got to be like. You've got to wait, because that's what, if you don't wait, that's what's going to stop you from being consistently profitable. So we've took 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 trades this month. So we're just shy of 3k on a 200k account. So we don't actually need to trade today. However, news could be nice tonight. What I did notice, guys, is I went over my logbook because I've got a personal logbook as well. And do you know what? This is why you have a logbook. I'm not just saying this because I keep harping on about a logbook. I do tend to take my losses, and normally at the end of the month. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know whether psychologically, like subconsciously, I'm looking at my profit and think, okay, I don't really want to affect it. So when I'm taking a trade, it's a bit diluted because I'm a bit cautious on the trade. But most of my losses, even on stream, so we took a loss 29th. June, we were 100% in June. We took another loss on the 30th, yeah. April, we were fine. 27th of March, we took a loss, big loss. 27th of March. 28th, took another big loss in February. That one was okay. What do we do? December. That was at the beginning of the month. So it shows even on stream, the end of the month is my like weak spot. Do I get tired or something? I don't know. But this is why you do a logbook, and I would never have noticed that unless I kept a logbook. So now, what can I bring into play? Now, we're waiting for this hour to close, guys. We've got nothing going on. So what can I bring into play now to limit me taking losses near the end of the month. Well, in my head, this is what I'm going to do. Subconsciously, now I'm aware of it. So what I'm going to do is, the last week of every month, I'm just going to be very careful with trades. I want to see proper, really nice, high probability setups on the last week of the month. That's what I'm saying to myself from now on. So hopefully I can limit these losses at the end of the months. But look at the stats, guys. We're nearly there to a year, so we're looking really nice. Really nice. But yeah, and this where it comes down to this. Very risky, this. We've got one more day for the month, and it's not looking right now, so just wait. We'll just wait. I want to wait for this hour, though. See what this hour does. Get the banging tunes on. So it'll be members only tonight. I'll drop a message in the Discord whether it's going to be on Zoom or whether it's going to be in the Discord live trading area. We have a live session. Yeah. Got loads to solve for holidays, just book. Zante, woohoo! Go on, Jordan. Yeah, well, it probably won't be 7. It might be about 6:30 or something because news comes out at 7, I think. So what we'll do is we'll let the numbers come out and then we'll see if we can jump on the wave. 7 o'clock. Yeah. We can do that. Music's class, isn't it? Do you feel like you're in Zante already? The music. I'm a busy man today, guys. Could I be correct? It's flipping. Could be. Could be. So the 4 should technically close bearish, the 4. Because, sorry, that's the 3. Because you've got no top wick on this 4. But if this 4 closes bearish, would I need a top wick? I still couldn't take sells at the start. I think I would need a top wick, guys. I'd need the hour to break the high for me to take buys up. And my target would just be this today. That's it, these areas. And if we do push down without breaking a high first, and we tap the, I'm done anyway. I'd just wait for another day, or FOMC tonight. So we've got 6 minutes for a close, guys. Now next month, okay, August should be a good month. Should be a good month. You should be able to supercharge your account. We will see. I say that. Don't quote me on it, right? We only take trades what are there. We only take what the market allows us to take. Okay, but I am expecting a good month in August. We will have a good month in August. I won't lie, guys, if this 1 hour doesn't break the low, I'm just going to call it a stream. There's just no point. I know it's a bit of a pain because we went on the stream yesterday. Now stops, what would be? I mean, the thing with stops, right? This is too big. You could just put stops above this high. This is a bit of a defense here. So if we did take sells below, stops could be here, because the next place you're going to be is there. And then you're looking at, let's say, if you, that's 160 pips, 350. I couldn't put stops up there. The only way you could do that is if you take partial was like 100 pips. When you take partial on this would be 56. So I'd happy to take that, but I am looking for August. 1 day to wait, Nella. 1 day to wait. There's actually no trade tomorrow, guys. Okay, I know that's a pain again. It's because first day of the month, I don't normally trade it anyway, because I like to see which way the... So when you get a new monthly candle, the first day sort of tells you, when that closes, which direction you're going to push first, whether the month is going to have a top wick or bottom wick. So I don't like to trade the first day of the month anyway. However, we've got Relentless meeting tomorrow, so keep an eye out for updates in the group, because there will be updates after the meeting. So I've got a Relentless meeting over in Manchester with Vic and Andy. So good things coming. Good things coming, guys. Always good things. Things just take time. So this is what's happening. If I get the 1 hour, pull back, break the high, then I'll get sell stops on to the downside. That'd be my take partial move to break even, and that'd be my close full 2407. That's what I'm after. Okay, but I've got to break these highs. If I get the 1 hour break like this, Okay, it's a nice close if we can get this. Now we've really got to pull back though, come back. If we push down and tap this level again without breaking the high, we're just going to call it. Okay. Okay, there's the hour close. Nice. Now I need a pullback. If I break the highs, we'll get sell stops underneath. If we come down and tap 2410, I'm done, guys. So stuff like this, we need our perfect setup. Okay, don't try and force it. Okay, this is where you'll get caught up. Why was yesterday a bad idea to sell from 2400? Because something warned me to not do it. You sold from 2400, did you? Ah, on yesterday's trade. Oh, I don't know. Well, to be honest with you, there is a range there, Nella. And plus you did have a 1 hour close, but what's this? 4 o'clock. What was on yesterday? So you had USD news at 3 o'clock. Okay, 3 o'clock. And numbers came out bad for the dollar. So you'll bring this into your trading, okay? So let's say you were looking at a wing back sell from 2400. Is that what you were taking, 2400? So this candle was 5 o'clock, right? But these are 1 hour, so what do we get? 2. There is when news come out, this candle. So news came out, which was bad for the dollar, therefore gold should go up. And then we got this bearish close, breaking the low. But what you're expecting from news? Well, gold should be going up, and then you got this big push up. So I probably wouldn't have took this because of the way numbers come out. But other than that, it probably would have worked out. So just sometimes just looking at news, have a look at the numbers. So for example, what was it yesterday? So previous was 8.23 million, actual 8.18, so it's less. Therefore, US dollar should be weaker. Important months, good for farming, it's great focus, it's good for currency. As long as I've read that right, release month, things like that. And that's why price is pushed up. basically. So I probably wouldn't have took that. That's why I've had this big push. This is what I'm saying. So when I do my top down, guys, right, I'm like, okay, I'm expecting this, and then move to this zone. News completely mess all that up, because it all depends on what the numbers come out, and nobody knows the numbers until they come out. So this is what I'm saying with the monthly. I don't think we can close above there without coming down to that level. But the only way we can close above there is with news. So we can close above there because Forex. And that saying is, it's Forex, anything can happen. It can, because you've got loads of things affecting it. News, the biggest one, can affect it. Okay, we're pulling back. Can we break the high? I need to break the highs, guys. I need to break the highs. I don't know whether we'll get to break the highs though, that's the thing. Because I'm not sure whether this 4 will drive down. I don't actually think we'll drive down until this 4 closes. So I don't know whether this 1 hour is going to break the highs. I think what we might get something like this. Close bullish like that. And then the new one comes up. That's a new 4, giving us a top wick first. And then we flip to come down, if we're going to get that. Is it? My bad. Come on, get up there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, mate. I'm sick of this internet. I'm still waiting for. I rang them last week actually. Still waiting on full fibre. Is this gonna drive down? That's the question. I don't like anything. Who's in trades? Anybody in trades this morning? Come on, get back up, gold. Tell you what, I'm looking forward to the new season of the Premier League. Gotta feed them carrier pigeons better. Yeah, I know. They may fly or 2 megabytes. Well, should we see how fast we're getting? Let's run a test. Let's have a look. What's your money on? Oh, not too bad. Ooh, that's pretty good for me. 18 megabits per second. Upload speed. I think the upload speed is the important one when streaming. 6. That's my internet in Wales, guys, at the minute. Like, this is why I can't do Discord as well. We will be bringing it back so I can actually talk. Let's take much a day. I think there's like 5 different times. There is, Jack, you're right, mate. It's a risky day, really. I want to see if we can get a top wick. If we can get a top wick break in the highs, we might get some sell stops on underneath. But I just don't know whether you're going to get activated. Don't know. But I'm not taking anything unless I break that high. Now you do tend to come down to tap 2410. So that would be a take partial move to. You could even have your TP there, I suppose, because look, you could just get a tap and then up. But I'm not taking anything unless I break the highs again. What's this? It's nice, like. Where will I go? I hope these are non-copyright here. Yeah, so all the ones do tend to. Oh, this one didn't do it. I might have to bring this a bit closer to there. Yeah. I just don't know whether we're going to break the high unless it's the new 4 hour, and then there's 10 o'clock. Tough. Well, the 15 looks like it's closing back into the area, which is nice. Good sign. Doesn't mean you're going to drive up though. You might not even break the high. See what the 30 closes like. The 30 is probably going to tell you what the hour is going to do. If the 30 closes back in, it means the hour is going to push back up. Yeah, I know, mate. He said he wants to stay at Newcastle. He won't be. I don't think he'd leave for the England job, not yet. Eddie Howe, you've got to think of his personality. He's a coach who likes. He's the first one at the training ground. He's the last one to leave, supposedly. He's a hands-on coach, and England's not a hands-on job because you rarely get your players. And I don't think he'd like that. I think he has to be coaching every day. I'm in a sell from 2423. 2423. Wow, nice, Nella. 7-7. Nice entry. And if it will come up, I will try 2426, 294. But just very small positions, confirmation, small stops, and a quick stop loss to break even. It needs to come down. Nice. Yeah, nice. Well, this is the thing, you can do swoop entries. I don't like to do swoop entries. I've only started swoop entries, guys, because we're all-time highs and the probability is a lot less. So swoop entry is when we look at a wing-back area. As soon as we tap it and we pull away and we move stops quick. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Upload is the most important one. Yes, need a minimum of 4 to stream consistently. Bare minimum, I think. Yeah. Well, I'm on 6. I'm on 6. I'll see what this 30 does, guys, and then we'll see where we go through here. Because I say I'm getting sell stops on, but I want to see how the 4 closes to do it, and then the 15, did the 15 close back in? Kinda. Kinda. It's probably respecting that, isn't it? I'll be back in a second, guys. We're not doing anything until we get a break of them highs. Break them highs, I'll take sells below 2417. we don't want this driving down. This is the thing. Well, 4 minutes behind. No, if you're 4 minutes behind, just on the YouTube, just make sure you're pulled right to the edge. Do you know when you click on the YouTube video, it's got the red line what goes across. Make sure you pull all the way so you catch up basically. Some banging tunes. Oh, 37 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Buy from 2421. A buy from 2421 above. Well, that's it, because this is the thing. This is why I'm only willing to take sells if we break this high, because what I want to rule out, this. I want to rule out that coming up. That's what I want to rule out. So yeah, buys above, you could take buys above. But I don't know whether they're going to happen in London. You've got news at 1:15. So you've got to be in and out before news ideally. This there is not doing anything, guys. No, I'm probably going to call it, guys. There's no point waiting. The only thing I'll be after at the minute, I mean, taking buys above you could do. If you get a 15 close above 2425, you are likely you're going to put